Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm Dr. Marco's wife, and I'm also a licensed acupuncturist. And we get a lot of questions in the office about what we do for our children at home. And I'm here to talk today about some of the things that we've been using in our house to keep our kids well. So this is a Chinese herbal line, and it's a pediatric line. And what's really great about herbs is that it's not like giving your kids medications like Tylenol, aspirin, stuff like that, because those can be very damaging to your child in the long run. With herbs, it's more, think of it more as giving them food. That's kind of how your body digests the herbs. So you don't really have to worry about the whole overdosing or doing any damage to your child with these formulas. So dosage wise, first I'm going to talk about the herbal line. Any children under the age of 6 months should not be using these, but 6 months to 6 years, all the dosages are right on the bottle. They get a third of the dose. Children from 6 years to 14 years old will get a half dose, and anybody older than that will get the full dosage that's on the bottle. So the first one we have is Clear Radiance, and this one is for eczema. Even our children are prone to getting eczema from time to time, especially if they've eaten something that really doesn't agree with them, especially my son Nico. He'll get little outbreaks around his mouth. We give him this for a couple days and it usually clears up. The next one is Little Sentinel. This one is for children that kind of have a weak constitution, children that are really prone to having upper respiratory infections. This is a really good one for those kids to boost their immune system. So this one is Throat Soothe, and with Throat Soothe, it's when the child is actively sick. They have to be alternating between a chills and a fever when you give it to them. And they'll also be presenting while having a sore, irritated throat. And it's not a long-term formula that you want them to be on. It's just when they're sick, having the issues, and then afterwards you'll be off this formula. The next one is Chest Release. This is after your child has had an upper respiratory infection, there's been a cough, phlegm, and kind of they're over it, but they have a lingering cough. So this is when you would get them onto the chest release for a while, and eventually that should take care of the lingering cough. It takes care of the cough, but if you've noticed that your child had the cough's gone, but now there's phlegm. There's like a lot of phlegm production going on, especially after the child's been on an antibiotic, because antibiotics are really known for leaving kind of a phlegm production with children afterwards. So the resolved phlegm, you would be giving that for a little while to kind of pass that phlegm and get that phlegm up and out for them. And this is also a short-term formula that you would have them on. So the next one is Sinus Relief, and Sinus Relief is for after somebody has had an upper respiratory infection and they might have some nasally stuff left over, kind of swollen throat, really irritated in the sinus, and this is where we would use Sinus Relief. And the next one is Ear Release. Ear Release is basically what it sounds like. It's for ear infections, especially kids that have chronic ear infections after taking a lot of antibiotics. This is a really good one to be put on. Our next one is Tummy Soothe. Tummy Soothe is basically if the kid has eaten something that's really not agreeing with them, especially after a lot of greasy foods, a lot of dairy, a lot of cold things, basically just helping to calm the digestive system and clear out the heat. Next one that we have is Breathe Easy, and Breathe Easy is for children with allergic asthma. It really helps with the wheezing, the breathlessness, and it's really associated with children that have had eczema as a baby. So this is a really good one for our kids with asthma. Okay, the next one we have is Silent Night. I know every parent can relate with a kid getting up in the middle of the night and they're scared and restless and they come in and they start running in there every night. And that's normal, but sometimes it's really when the mind is overworking and there's like worst case scenario and just overthinking, and I mean, even as adults we can relate with that. So this one is really to help your kids calm down at night, just chill out, be soothed, and this is one that we have used many times in our house. And the next one we have is dry sleep. And dry sleep is, for what it sounds like, kids that are wetting the bed at night. If you've went the chiropractic route, your kid's gotten adjusted, that's not helping, this would kind of be the next thing that you could try for that. It kind of helps more like on a neuro-emotional level. The last one we have is Lucid Mind, and Lucid Mind is for children that have been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. It's a really good one to just calm them down, and it's a great alternative to putting your kid on a medication. So we like to recommend this for children that have been diagnosed with that instead of taking medications. The herbal line that we were discussing, those are only for if your child has something actively going on. It's not something that we're giving to the kids every day. It's not a supplement for every single day. It's only for when we have things going on. Even though if they were on them for a longer period of time, you just don't ever want them to be on something for longer than 6 months. That is considered long term. We really value these. I think they're really great because it's so much better than stuffing your kid full of pharmaceutical medications. It's just a lot healthier for them, and herbs have been used for thousands and thousands of years, and it's just a lot easier for them to recover and on their whole entire little bodies. So thank you, and yeah, come see us if you need any of these things at the office.